I hear so many Michigan and Midwest climbers say this. They'll be like, there's no climbing in the Midwest. There's no climbing in Michigan. I'm like, well, that's not true. You just haven't looked hard enough. My name is Matt Miller. I'm 19 and I'm from Romeo, Michigan. So if you remember the movie Point Break, it's like a super cheesy adventure movie. My family was watching that, and there's a scene where they're climbing, I think it's Angel Falls in Venezuela, and some dude was like free soloing up this big waterfall, and I looked up the credits for it, and Chris Sharma, who's a professional climber, did the actual climbing of it. I was like, oh, this is super cool. So I got baking soda from the kitchen cabinet because I thought that's what they were using. It looked white, looked like chalk. I went out to my backyard and started climbing on trees and making holds and stuff to nail to the trees. And then at some point built a bouldering wall in my garage and kind of climbed on my own for the first couple of years. So I've been on a few different climbing trips, and every time I'd go to these areas, these super thousands of people visit them a year, I'd notice like nobody ever really paid attention to who put these routes up or like the history behind it. And I started looking more into that. And I was like, whoa, there's these super crazy strong dudes that are going out just for the sake of whatever, just the creative process and finding these lines, cleaning them up and putting them up. And it seemed kind of a really cliche way of putting it, but kind of like a work of art. Like you scrub, 20 pounds of moss off and you're in the pouring rain and you're like, this is miserable. And then finally you get a good day to go climb it. And you're like, whoa, that's crazy. No one's ever done that before. And it's kind of a cool experience. I haven't really found anything that matches that. That one in particular, like most of what I'm looking for on new routes is like, I really like the shapes and how you can interact with them. A couple of the guys I develop with, we'll spend, I've spent like up to 60 hours in a week out here just like trolling around looking for stuff. And I don't know, you find some gems like that line we were over at the other day. And when you find inspiring stuff like that, it's like people want to get out. If they say beautiful lines, they want to get out and climb it. Build it and they will come. Speaking of which, actually, I want to go finish that other thing we've been working on over there up, if you don't mind. It's that cool.